Hey guys, I'm back here again for a new video. I just got back from seeing Twisters and I wanted to talk about it because this was one of my most anticipated movies. If you guys have followed me on my channel, then you guys know that Twister was one of the first movies I ever saw. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. I even have if you can look behind me, well, can't really see it now, but I have just a collection of different editions of Twister. Like I have got the VHS right here. I got the DVD, the Japanese Laserdisc, the Blu-ray, and it's always been one of my all-time favorite movies. I saw it back when I was very, very young. It came out in '96, and so I think I probably saw it probably '98 or '99, maybe. So I saw it back when I was pretty young because I was born in '93, so I was about maybe 3, 4 years old, maybe when I first saw Twister, and it was a movie that really started my obsession with tornadoes. I had a huge fascination with them, and I think it was because of the movie Twister, and I just absolutely love the movie. It's still probably my favorite movie. That and Home Alone are two of my favorite movies of all time. And I just love everything about that movie. And so when I found out that they were doing a Twister sequel, I was pretty excited. Um, but then when I found out that, Helen Hunt wasn't going to be involved in it, I was skeptical about it. But after seeing it tonight, I must say I actually really enjoyed it. I thought it was much better than I thought it was going to be. Now there is a reference to the first movie. In the first movie, they're trying to get the that storm module into the tornado that Bill designed in the first movie, and it's called Dorothy. Like Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz, and it has a picture of Dorothy on it. And in the first movie, they build four of them, and they use all four of them. Well, in the beginning of this movie, the main character is using a Dorothy 5. So that means that the Dorothys in the first, that means that this movie does in fact take place within the same universe as the first movie. And when I first saw that, I thought that the main character was going to be revealed as being related to Joe and Bill from the first movie. And there was also something else that happens later on in the movie that I thought was another. I thought they were hinting that she is somehow related to them. But I'm not going to get into if it's revealed that she is or not. I don't want to reveal that. But overall, I thought this was really good. I actually liked it a lot more than I was expecting. Now they do have very similar tornado scenes in this movie than they do in the original Twister. Like at one point, they have twin tornadoes, and of course in the original movie they have twin water spouts. And also, there's a scene where, in the original movie, they go to a drive-in theater, and The Shining is playing on the movie theater, and then the tornado comes through. In this one, it's a movie theater that the tornado comes through. So there are scenes that are similar, and I think that might bother some people because they might think that they're trying to copy Twisters a little bit. But honestly, when I was watching it, it didn't bother me that much. I really liked the characters in this. I thought the movie had some pretty good characters in it. I thought the tornado effects were actually a lot better than I thought they were going to be. When I saw the trailers for it, I was really, really worried that the tornado effects were going to be too CGI and they weren't going to look realistic. Because I've seen, more modern tornado movies where the tornadoes did not look great. Like I saw in The Day After Tomorrow, I thought the tornadoes looked okay, but I thought they looked too CGI. And Into the Storm as well. I did enjoy Into the Storm, but I also I there were some points where I thought the tornadoes did not look as realistic as they could. But in this one, the tornadoes actually do look pretty realistic, which I'm glad because Twister is known for having the best tornado effects on film so far. That and of course the scene in The Wizard of Oz. Those are the two scenes where that are considered the best tornado effects in a movie. So I was really glad that the tornadoes did look relatively realistic. I mean, of course, they're never going to get it 100% right. No matter how close they get it, it'll never look, they'll never get it as realistic, as an actual tornado. But they did get pretty close in this one. So yeah, guys, overall, I mean, I went into this movie with low expectations. Like, I was kind of expecting not to like it because it didn't seem like there was going to be a connection to the first movie. But if you go into it as just another tornado movie that is, that may or may not have a connection, I think you'll enjoy it more. Just don't expect there to be a lot of connections. There are scenes that are similar to the original, but don't go into this movie thinking it's a sequel to Twister, because it's really not. Like I said, the only connection to Twister is the fact that the main character has the Dorothy 5, which is a reference to the first movie. So, if you're going to go see this, don't go into this thinking it's going to be like a follow-up to Twister. Go into this just thinking of just a fun tornado movie, because it's been a while since we've had a fun kind of disaster movie. And Twister was actually the movie that started disaster movies, kind of in the mid 90s, because Twister came out and then they did Volcano, they did Dante's Peak. I wouldn't call Independence Day a disaster movie, but definitely Twister was kind of the movie that kind of started the natural disaster, national disaster, I guess, trend of movies that came out in the mid 90s, and they continued in the early 2000s with films like The Day After Tomorrow and Day of Destruction. So it was kind of the movie that started that, and I kind of hope that this movie, if it does well, which I'm really hoping it does, I think they made it for over 200 million. I think that's what it was. So the movie is going to have to make a lot of money in order for it to be successful. But if it does, then I am open for other natural disaster movies. I'm open for another, big volcano movie or something like that. But yeah, guys, overall, I thought Twisters was actually really good, really well done. A lot more well done a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Because I really didn't have as big expectations, because I was disappointed that, Helen Hunt wasn't involved, even though she wanted to be at one point, and I was kind of disappointed that she wasn't. But if you just go into this as just a fun, tornado movie, then I think that you're going to get a lot more enjoyment out of it. And a lot of the people, when I went to go see it, there were a lot of people that, because there was a lot of people in the theater, so I do think this movie is really successful. When it opened Friday, there was a lot of people parked in the theater parking lot. So I do think that this movie is a movie that a lot of people are going to see, and I really hope that it is successful. And like I said, when I went to go see it with my friend, there was a lot of people in the audience. And also during the credits, they had, pictures of the characters in it. Me and my friend were walking out, and while we were walking out, there were people that were still sitting there in the seats. And I was kind of wondering, is there like a end credit scene that I don't know about? But after after all the pictures and everything and the credits, and then the credits started going up, then people started getting up, which I've never seen before. I've never seen people just sort of sit there after a movie was over and wait until like the middle of the credits and then start getting up and moving. Unless, of course, it's like a Avengers movie that has, an end credit sequence, which, that's what I was kind of thinking. Like, is there an end credit scene at the end of this that I don't know about? But I guess not. But I just thought it was kind of cool that people actually sat there and watched some of the credits. I guess that meant that they liked it. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, guys, this movie surprised me. I really did enjoy it, and I do recommend you going to see it. Actually, I don't recommend going to the movies that much anymore because I know how expensive it is. Because it was expensive for me and my friend. It cost $20 for 2 tickets, and then I got a drink, and it was 28 bucks. So I know that going to theaters is expensive, which is why in these videos I don't say, oh, you should go see it in theaters, because it's really up to if you want to spend the money or not. Because at this point, going to see a movie is expensive. So I had a good, I had a fun time seeing it in the theater, and I would recommend going to see it in the theater. But if you're still skeptical, I'm sure it'll be on Netflix, or I'm sure it'll be available to stream. So if you just want to wait for that, go ahead. But I did really enjoy it, and I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I did. So just to end, I'll just go ahead and show you guys my my Twister collection real fast, which I have shown in other videos, but I guess I'll go ahead and show it. So yeah, so there's the VHS, my childhood VHS copy of it, then the DVD, and then I actually have some, of course everything's gonna fall, and then I actually have a set of cards, which is really cool, from the 90s. Put that back up, and then I have the Japanese Laserdisc right there, the Blu-ray, and then I got the new 4K Steelbook, which I think is sold out on Amazon right now. And then this is kind of a book that they just put out when the movie came out, and it's basically just talking about tornadoes in general and also the making of the movie, and it has pictures from the movie as well. So yeah, guys, like I said, I thought Twisters was really good. I really enjoyed it, and I've been hearing a lot of other people say they're enjoying it as well. So I really hope that this movie does make money. I hope it does. I hope it's successful. Like I said, it cost a lot to make the first movie, so I'm really hoping that it does. It is a success. And, like I said, I enjoyed it. So if you're someone that has been kind of skeptical about it, I do recommend seeing it, because, like I said, I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought. But anyway, guys, thanks everybody for watching. As always, if you guys want to follow me on social media, my links are down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.